It's here first from IPR. I'm Megan McKinney. Iowa Democrats are wanting to change their party's caucus process, and Republican candidate for governor Randy Feenstra says he's confident he'll be his party's nomination for governor. It's Wednesday, May 27th. Pediatric cancer research in the state will receive a boost in funding under a bill signed into law. Here's more from IPR's Isabella Liu.
The law directs money from a new tax on vapes and alternative nicotine products towards the research. Up to $3 million would be allocated each year to the Stead Families Children's Hospital at the University of Iowa. Isabel Ireland is a pediatric cancer survivor and was an advocate for the proposal. She was diagnosed with an extremely rare type of ovarian cancer when she was 16.
I am incredibly just grateful that this hospital and the researchers here have given me my childhood back. And I want to continue doing that for other children.
A fiscal note on the proposal estimates the tax won't bring in $3 million until the budget year starting in July 2030. Lawmakers also set aside $3 million in one-time funds this year to cover the gap before the law takes effect. I'm Isabella Liu, IPR News.
Iowa Democrats are planning to pitch a new caucus format to national party leaders this afternoon. They're trying to get back into the early window of the presidential nominating process. IPR's Katerina Sestark has more.
Iowa's pitch to the Democratic National Committee would allow caucus participation by mail, and rather than making in-person caucus goers move around a room with complicated math determining the winner, Democrats would write their preferred presidential candidate on a piece of paper. The DNC rejected Iowa's pitch to be an early state in 2024. Iowa DNC member Scott Brennan says this time the state has several competitive races, and there are new members of the committee that decides the calendar.
It has always been an evolving process, but it is very clear that caucuses are disfavored by the Democratic National Committee. And so we need to make our caucus more palatable to them if we want to remain in this pre-window.
Brennan says Democrats would hire an election administrator to handle the caucus results. I'm Katerina Sestarek, IPR News.
Three-term Iowa Congressman Randy Feenstra says he's confident he'll win the Republican Party's nomination for governor next Tuesday. Feenstra is one of 5 Republicans running for governor, and to win a primary, a candidate must win at least 35% of the vote. Feenstra has declined invitations to debate his Republican competitors.
I want to hear from Iowans. I want to hear their questions and their thoughts. And it's been just so incredible to go to every corner of Iowa to hear from them. I don't want to hear from my other candidates running. I want to hear from true Iowans that want to make a difference in this state.
The other GOP candidates for governor are businessman Zach Lane, former state agency director Adam Steen, Pastor Brad Sherman, and state representative Eddie Andrews. If none of them clear the 35% needed to win the nomination outright, delegates at the Republican Party State Convention will choose the GOP's nominee on June 13th. Iowa's top election official says voters can be confident in the state's elections as multiple agencies work together to protect election integrity. Early voting is underway in the state's primary election. Secretary of State Paul Pate says Iowans will have their vote counted fairly, accurately, and securely. He says layered security, including the use of paper ballots, equipment testing, cybersecurity efforts, and post-election audits, protect Iowa's elections. Pate also says his team continues to see misinformation related to elections.
The right to vote is sacred, and any threat to that is unacceptable. As we head into the 2026 midterms, Iowans should expect these attempts to become more frequent and more sophisticated. I urge Iowans to stay vigilant and to verify any election information at voterready.iowa.gov.
Primary election day is June 2nd. You're listening to Hear First from IPR. I'm Megan McKinney. Hope you're taking the time to enjoy the amazing weather we've been having. Thanks for listening. Have a great Wednesday.